Okay. Oh, gotta turn down that music a little. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. It's Tuesday. We are here on a very beautiful day here in Canada. I don't know about you guys, but I'm over here in Canada and it is a really nice, hot day. Finally, it's summer. Tomorrow's June. We're almost there. I hope everyone's doing well today. Come say hello in the chat. I'd love to know who's here. Today we're going to do a Record Shop 101. So we're basically just going to go through the website. I'm going to take you through all of the basics, help you learn a little bit about what the heck we do over here, and we're going to have a really good time. So while people are coming in, I'm just going to explain a little bit about who I am, why I'm here and doing this Record Shop 101. So my name is Redbird. I was actually a user first. I was a player on Rcrdshp back since day one. I heard about it a few days before it launched, and I thought, oh my gosh, this sounds like such a cool platform. I love the concept behind it. Was really excited to hear this NFT platform that was focused on artists and making sure they get paid. I do a lot of theater in my spare time, and I, feel that pain that artists aren't getting paid what they deserve. So I sort of fell in love with the platform, got really, really engaged in the community. And a few months later, I joined the team. I bugged Obi enough till he gave me a job, basically. If you are new here, I would love to know that you're watching and how you came to find Rcrdshp, where you came from. So please feel free to ask questions in the chat. I've got a whole list of things that I'm going to go through, and you're going to see me kind of looking over at my other screen just to make sure that I'm not missing anything as we're going. But if I don't answer your question right away, it's probably because it's coming up real soon and I'm about to answer it. So please ask questions. I also do take feedback. So hit me up on Discord. If there's something you think I missed or that I should highlight in a future Rcrdshp 101, I'm happy to do that, happy to take some feedback. So before we head over and start looking at the site and what it looks like, I do want to talk about digital collectibles as a concept and really start from the basics. So if you're new to NFTs, what I like to compare NFTs to, and specifically our digital collectibles, is a record. And I'm going to use that as an example kind of as we go along today. So when you go and you buy a vinyl record at a record shop, you get to own that. And it's really similar, the type of ownership that we do here at Rcrdshp. There are other NFT platforms that do royalties. You're often paying a much higher price and you're getting some royalty along with that. For us, it's really just owning that song different than you do on streaming platforms. So I'm not sure if you're really aware, but for a lot of music artists, streaming platforms, you're getting paid like pennies on the dollar. It's quite low, fractions of pennies for every play that's happening. So just want to make that kind of clear. So now to actually purchase these music collectibles, that gives artists a little bit more flexibility because they're actually making direct sales money. Also really nice for you. You get to own it for a bit. If you end up, you've listened it through and you're ready to pass it on to someone else once you sell it. And I'll show you this a little later, but the artist still gets a cut of that sale. So it's kind of even better than a record, a vinyl, where the artist gets to know sort of forever who you are, that you're a fan, and it's pretty cool. So with that sort of out of the way, let me get my screen share going. This is the website. You'll see me looking over here quite a bit as we go through. But so I'm going to start at, I think, the most important place, which is my collection. So while we go through this, I have a personal account, the one that I started before I started working at Rcrdshp. And then I also have a work account. So I'm going to kind of flip between the two just to show you some different stuff as we go. Cool. So we are in my collection right now. We are going to start by going through and looking at one of these cards. Maybe I'll go look at one of my newer ones because it's all my old stuff. All right, I'm going to look at this Poncho Girl. This is actually a free NFT that you can pick up I don't know if they still have them available, but I can scroll down and look. Yeah, it looks like they still have some available. So you can pick this up for free, and it's a really great way to just start getting to know what is a music NFT and what does that look like. So let's actually take a look, and we'll go through like every single bit of this just so you can understand. So simply up at the top, there's the name, kind of it reflected on here as well. You can see who it's by, Bonsai All-Stars. They've included a little description here. Okay, I'm going to go through this line. It's a little complicated, so we're literally going to go through like almost word by word. One of 750 common cards minted of this release edition. You hold one copy in your collection. All right, so if you are new to NFTs, this might sound really weird to you, or you're just like, WTF is that? So let's go through it word by word, basically. So one of 750. So 750 of these cards were minted. Minted just means created. And again, if we're thinking of the digital vinyl, in real life vinyl record, that's like how many are pressed. So let's think of it that way. 750 of this particular card were pressed. This release edition, that's what we are referring to when we're talking about this particular card. Say Bonsai came out with another card that was Poncho Boy, that would be a different release edition. Okay, so they can come out with more cards, and maybe they'd come up with only 250 of the Poncho Boy, So then I can see that I hold one copy in my collection. And I can see here actually the serial number of the one that I own. So this is literally just the order that these are created in. So again, if we think of the digital vinyls being pressed, they're pressed in order. Same thing with an NFT, they're minted in order. So this was number 318 to be minted. I can also see that number right here. A question that we get a lot is whether the number of the mint reflects the value of the card. And usually people, when they ask what the value, they mean the monetary value. If it's more expensive, if there's a certain serial number. Yes and no. I would say it kind of depends on you as a collector and what you like to collect. So for me personally, I love lower numbers. So like 318 out of 750 isn't that great in my opinion. I'd like maybe 1 through 10. That would make me feel really good, but I got this for free, so I'm really not that mad. And then we also have people who really like to collect the perfect serial, or like the highest ever, the last one we minted. So in this case, it would be number 750. And then we're a little bit immature, and we like numbers like 420 and 69 and like, yeah, we're just immature. And so those cards hold some special place in people's hearts. Again, does that really impact value? I don't know. That's really up to you as a collector. All right, now we're going to look at the best part, looking at the actual content that Bonsai has created for this card. I can click through it. So these over here, we call them the card faces. So sort of if you think of that vinyl record, and if there's a sleeve insert with some more information, those are all the different faces, or like a physical sports card that it has multiple faces, but we can have more than 2 since it's digital, which is great. I see Bonsai included some videos. I'm just going to mute that. So that's really cool. You can full screen your videos. It's pretty cool. We can basically include anything on these. There's another video here. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think you can. And then there's the number there, the back. So there's always going to be a back face and a front face. I don't know if I did that in the right order. There's always going to be 2 faces at minimum, back and front. What else? You can download all of the artwork by clicking that button. And then my personal favorite part is the music. So you can cue it up here, hit play. It's playing down in my speakers. I did not set up my sound correctly today, but I still don't think you're gonna be able to hear because Twitch is not great for sharing sound. For me personally. I know other people have figured it out. But okay, basically you can play it. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and start showing you a little bit more information. If you do want to sell your card, you can find that information sort of down here and like what's happening in the marketplace with this card. So I can see here, I'm going to start on the left-hand side here. So we've got this little, okay, we call this, it's our little like Rcrdshp icon, but we call it the waffle. So I can see the waffle and it's actually divided into different colors, sort of like a pie chart. And it just shows you what's going on with those cards. So 512 are being held. That just means they're in someone's collection. 16 of those are for sale. And I can actually see those 16 listings right here. And then 222 are sealed in packs. That wording is kind of not 100% correct for this particular case because the free NFT was never in a pack, but basically it just means not claimed yet, still in sort of the Rcrdshp back end, ready, waiting to be made available. Or in the case of a card that you bought in a pack, that would mean that the pack has not been opened yet. And I'll take you through that in a little bit. So just hold your horses. And 0 have been burned. We will talk about burning later. You can see the current floor price, and the floor price just means the lowest price. The highest sale, $10. You know, it's a free NFT. I don't know that I would personally pay money for it, but you know, you do you. Whatever you want. All right, I think that's pretty much it for the actual cards themselves. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention, this little icon here in the corner, don't worry about it too much right now. We're going to talk about it more in a little bit, but this is a coin indicator. So it shows you how many coins are in this card. And this is basically our in-game currency. So just lock that one away. We'll talk about that more later. Cool. We're going to head over now back to my collection, and we're going to look at some of the other tabs up here. I actually have too many tabs showing. I wanted to take some stuff away because yours probably doesn't look like this. So let me just empty things from my hand. This is stuff I meant to do before I went live streaming, but I always forget. I need to add it literally to the top of my list of things to do because I truly do have a list of everything we're going to talk about today. All right. So this is the way probably your collection page looks like. You may or may not see this Dapper Wallet section if you've connected your Dapper Wallet. If you haven't connected it, you won't see it. Mine's empty. Oh, I see. I'm not actually signed in right now. That's funny. So mine's actually empty right now because I already have moved stuff over. So basically when you buy something using your Dapper Wallet, it's going to sit in your Dapper Wallet, but you can't really do anything with it in your Dapper Wallet. So we're working on being a little bit more open on the blockchain. So that will come soon. Right now, I just suggest moving it over. Yeah. All right, the next tab is Showcase. There we go. Actually click it, Lisa. All right, so this is where you can showcase your favorite artists. You'll see there's actually a little link beside your profile name when you go to your collection. That's your public profile link, and others can see what's going on with your public profile. And part of what they can see what you have for sale, and they can see your showcase. So you get to show off. As you can tell, I have a bit of a theme. I love the women on Rcrdshp. And this is going to play into some more gamification further down the line. More to come of that later. Let's just hold off on that one. If you have any cards for sale, you will see it in this for sale section. I'm staff right now. We're not allowed to sell anything. Sets. So the sets are basically a way to collect your cards. Often when you buy a pack, you might have cards that are coming from a few different sets. So these cards are combined together in a set. Let me find one that I have that I've actually completed the set. I want to find one with more than one. And I know I have some. Oh, I know. I'm going to show you one that we're going to talk more about later. Unless, I can't find it. All right. my friend Kaiser. We're going to come look at this. So Kaiser is one of our artists. I've completed his set. I own, so it says here, you own 7 out of 7 known collectibles. I can zoom in a little in this closed set, and the set is complete. So that just tells me they're not going to be adding any more cards to this set. I've collected all of them, and it makes me just feel good. I'm going to head back to my collection and go over to packs. So in here, you can see the packs. So any packs that you've purchased, whether they're still sealed, so you haven't opened them yet, or whether you have opened them, you'll see I've opened most of my packs because I think it's super fun, and I don't really see any value in leaving them closed. You will also see our packs do have serial numbers, but serial numbers really don't indicate much. Oh, hey, Vaughn, Freezy. Are we doing the welcome to pack giveaway on this event? No, I have already, I actually just pulled the winners and just pulled all the lists. So that has already been done. I cannot imagine, there was like 400 winners or some crazy number. I can't imagine drawing that many people because there was like 200 and 300. I don't know. There's a ton of packs that I gave away. So we're going to be doing that throughout this week, giving those away. It's just, again, so many packs that I have to give away. But I'll talk about challenges and what Von Freezy's talking about in a few moments. But no, I'm not actually going to be doing any draws right now. This is just Rcrdshp 101. All right, so to open a pack, you can just click on it. You can kind of read more about it. You can decide what you want to do. Click open here. I'm not going to open one right now because I'm going to save that for later. All right, what am I doing next? Next, I'm going to head over to my profile, but I'm going to share my work profile because as much as I love y'all, when you go to your profile, it does show off your email address. And I don't really want you to have my work email or my personal email address. All right, let me flip over Windows to this one. Share that. There we go. All right, now we're in my work account. My collection is much more sad here because it's usually just for test. All right. So here, this is my staff profile. I can see here, you can set your full name, but you do need a gas mask card in order to do that. We have a lot of fun, like hidden features of things you can do, but you need to equip different cards, and I'll talk about equipping those in a bit. I've set my account username, and this will also be my public player profile. That is hard to say. Public player profile. Try to say that 3 times fast, I dare you. And all your other stuff is all there. You can upload an avatar, which I've done on my personal account. I think actually that's all I wanted to show. Ooh, I'll show you what my my profile looks like, because I was just talking about those public profiles and what that looks like. So let's go look at my personal accounts showcase what that looks like. So when you share your public profile with someone, this is what they see: only, showcase, and for sale. Cool, simple. Great. All right, next up is capabilities. So this is a quick way to look at some of the different capabilities, some of the different tools that are available based on using some of these cards. So you'll remember kind of earlier when I was taking cards out of my hand, that's how you enable them. Here you can kind of see a list of what's active, what's available, what you can use. Next, you can connect your social accounts. I really do recommend connecting your Discord and your Twitter. I've done it on my personal account. Actually, maybe I'll flip back over to that screen now. If you give me another moment. There we go. Mine looks a little wonky, and I don't know why, but it's always had my broken Discord image and Twitter. I don't know why, but it is. I'm not too worried. But if you do connect your Discord, there's actually a lot of things that happen in between. We're going to talk about some of them a little bit more as we go. But I do really recommend, if you are active on Discord, come join us. We have truly the best community, so do recommend checking us out there. And then Twitter, we often do challenges with Twitter, so I recommend that one as well. Next up, you can see your balance. So once you've started selling some things, which I will talk about right after this, you'll start to accrue balance. This is balance from before I was staff. Like I said, I'm not able to sell anything now. You can also see your coins, how many items you've sold. Ooh, isn't that a nice, pretty number? 1, 2, 3. And then you've got your history there. If you've sent any gifts, all of that will be right here. You can kind of look through it. Your history, who's claimed it. If you'd put any withdrawal requests, that's all available here as well. What else? Ooh, your wallets. This is how you connect your Rcrdshp wallet and your Dapper wallet. You know, I have connected mine, so if it wasn't connected, there would be the option to do it here. Super easy. Highly recommend. Also highly recommend doing your account verification. This unlocks a lot of features. I think you need to have a verified account to send gifts, and you definitely need a verified account in order to withdraw any funds. So recommend doing that. Sweet. Let me check my checklist and where I am going next. I almost lost it. I have 8 gazillion tabs open. I don't know about you guys. This is like personality flaw. So many tabs. All right. Once you've accrued some balance, or once you're ready to buy some stuff, come on over to the drops page. Right now, we've got the Dapper starter pack available for only $10. And we've also got a lot of other packs available as well. You can either buy them directly in our primary sale, which is basically when you're buying it direct from Rcrdshp or direct from the artist. And then we have some that are in secondary sale. For example, this Friends of Fries pack is in the market only because they've sold out their pack. Yay! Congratulations, Friends of Fries. As did Fairy Corsten. So you can only buy those secondary market from other players who haven't opened them. Let's check out. Let's use Dapper Starter Pack as kind of an example of what you can expect to see. So lots of information here. And it's really simple. You just buy a pack. One of the things that I do really love about Rcrdshp, and one thing that I noticed when I was not yet an employee, and I thought it was a very thoughtful decision, was that you can use credit card. You don't have to use crypto. You don't have to worry about setting up a crypto wallet. Obviously, we've just integrated with Dapper, so you can set up that wallet, but Dapper also allows for credit card purchase. So I think that's really important, and I really personally appreciate that we have that option. All right, next up, I'm going to go to challenges, and then we'll talk about how to sell and buy stuff, because often you need to do that for challenges. All right, challenges. All right, I'm not going to talk about the stress test challenge because it's a little bit more advanced, a little complicated, but really, really fun. But I'm going to come and look at this Fairy Corsten Artist Showcase Challenge. So if you buy a Fairy Corsten pack, sorry, I'm just laughing at Ninebreaker's comment. Tell me the secret formula. Have you not figured it out yet? You'll have to hit on Discord and see what people have been figuring out. I've been seeing some sales happening that might help you figure it out. Maybe we'll go look at Get It Real Time in a bit. All right, so for a regular quote-unquote challenge, maybe a little bit more simple than stress test, this is a good example. Fairy has done some really great challenges. So this one in particular, if you pick up one of Fairy's artist cards before the timer runs out and you showcase, so remember how I showed you the showcase, so you add that card to your showcase, it is going to give you a reward. So you can be drawn to enter one of 10 guest list passes for each of the What the F shows. And then he's also going to host a virtual listening party if you're not in a city where the shows are going to be. So I think he's done a really great job. He's got a few other challenges that are really just kind of help you learn a little bit more about Rcrdshp. He's got a burning challenge, and that one gets you in real life merch. So he's going to be sending out, like shipping out some hats. There's 2 more weeks left on that too. And Fairy's also offering up a virtual one-on-one session for holding cards in your collection. So check those out. They're really great. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about right now. We're not going to talk about stress tests. Sorry, 9breaker. All right. So say you really want to do the Fairy Corson Challenge, but you didn't pull one of the artist cards from the pack that you bought. So now you have to head over to the market. So let's go find one of them. We're going to go try and find System F, because let's say that's my favorite version of Fairy. All right, so I could just use the search here. We have lots of search features, sort of as you get more familiar with Rcrdshp, that you can really use this to narrow down exactly what you want to search for. So I can see right here, here's the card I want. Perfect. So I can see the floor price. And if I scroll down, I can see all of those that are for sale. Oh my gosh, serial number 1. I already said how much I like serial number 1. Would I pay $25,000 for it? Personally, no, but like you do you. What else do I want to show you? So you can buy it here. You can also head over to the artist. If you click on the artist edition, it kind of shows you that page really similar to what it looks like in your own collection, if you want to come see that breakdown. One other thing I want to say, you are able to preview what is in the card. Sorry, mine is a staff account, so I can listen to the full song. You will only be able to listen to a portion. I think it's like 30 seconds or so. So just FYI. Cool. Next thing I want to show you is if you want to sell a card. So let's say you have some duplicates, which like I know I personally have. So I can see here that I have 2 of these cards, and maybe I want to sell one. There you go. So let's say I want to sell this higher serial. You know me, I like the lower serial. So I'm going to sell, this is 642, that's 240. So I'm going to decide to sell this one. I won't actually list it for sale. As I said, I'm not allowed to. All right, so I'm just going to use a fake number just to make the math easy, because I want to show you that we do have a commission that we take from each sale that you're making. For cards, it's a 12.5% commission, and that commission is going back. There are some like fees and stuff, but a lot of that is going actually back to the artist. So it's going back to, in this case, Mason, which is sort of, as I mentioned earlier, something that's really nice. So I can see if I sell it for do not scroll in that little box apparently. If I sell it for $100, there will be a $12.50 commission. So for me, the payout would be $87.50. Okay, cool. The next thing I want to show you is if you go to sell a pack, that commission is actually a little different. So let's say I want to sell this Disco Fries pack, list for sale. So you're only going to be able to list packs for sale once that pack drop is sold out, because that doesn't really make sense if the pack is still for sale in the primary sale, that we would allow you to sell it secondary, and then we'd have to take a lower, like it'd be a lower commission to in this case Disco Fries. So that's one thing you have to look out for. All right, so if I sell, oh my goodness, my scrolling. All right, if I sell this for $100, you'll see the fee is actually much higher. It's 25%, and that's just to make sure that the commission is fair as it's going out amongst all the different cards in the pack, because our packs have more than one card. Cool? So you see that little difference. So now if one other thing I want to mention, you cannot sell any cards that are currently in a drop. So I don't have an active. Okay. Dapper is an active drop. So I would not be able to sell the Dapper starter pack if I went to my collection and then to packs. I just wouldn't see a sell button. So I can buy another pack, I can open, or I can send as gift. I cannot sell it. You'll see the same thing in the first 24 hours for the actual collectibles from a pack drop. Unless that pack drop sells out, then you're able to sell the actual cards. Just FYI. The next thing I want to show you is our analytics page. That is a really good place to come for an overview of what the heck is going on in the market. Maybe you want to come and look at some of our oldest cards. You can sort by just tapping on any of these headers here, as I just did. You can also download this as a CSV. If any of you are Excel nerds like I am, this is a really nice feature. All right. Okay. So I would say we have now reached the point that we've covered all of the basics of Rcrdshp. We're going to get into some sort of advanced features now. So let's get into that. We're going to go look at the artifacts. And I'm going to specifically focus on some artifacts. There are more, but I'm just going to focus on some of them. And to do that, I am going to equip them by equipping it to my hand. Cool. And it just appeared in my hand. So this is my hand. So that card in particular, it has powers, but those powers aren't available until I put it in my hand. Okay. I'm just going to put a couple more in my hand so I don't have to keep coming back and forth. But I will explain all of these to you after I put them in my hand. Promise. Right. The only one problem is this one that's called DJ. And shockingly, a lot of our cards have the word DJ in it. So when you search that, it's hard to find it. I just sorted it by artifacts. So at least my artifacts came up first, but just wait until I scroll down. All of those artist cards would show up, moments. Yeah. So there's 2 full pages just in my collection personally. And I think I'm going to run out of hand space. So I'm going to start with these ones. All right. Sorry, my ear is very itchy. All right, next we are going to start with the first one I put in my hand, Extraordinary Insight. I'm going to show you what that does. Well, bam. So first thing you'll notice in the analytics page, a whole bunch of new information just opened up. And again, you can download all of this with all of this additional information. So super cool. Really, again, really easy for you to get all of this data. Another thing that this does is if you go to look at a card that you've purchased, it will show you the purchase history. And I always forget cards that I bought because I've bought so many. But this one I know because I did it on a live stream. So I can come here. When I come to advanced analytics, I actually see now my sales history, where if I didn't have Extraordinary Insights in my hand, that would not appear. Hey Juan, I just saw your question. What smart chain or network is this on? We are on the Flow blockchain. And that is one of the reasons we partnered with Dapper just recently. All right, next up, I am going to go and show you our burning feature, which is actually going to start playing a part when we're talking about coins. Sorry, my brain. All right. So I'm going to use this as an example. I'm not going to do it, but because I put this lighter in my hand, and we have a couple of artifacts that also have burning functionality. There's lighter, there's a different lighter. This one we call the Zippo lighter because it's like a Zippo. We have like a plastic lighter. We have matchbook and late night pizza because it gives you heartburn. So all of those have this burning functionality, which you just have to, I'm not going to do it the whole way because I don't want to burn this card, but you just click and hold. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to do it the whole way. But it's going to literally set your card on fire, literally, digitally set your card on fire. And it's funny, it shows a little gravestone after, like it's gone. If you burn a card, it is gone. So like you've destroyed it. So then the question is, why would you destroy a card? Destroying the card, burning the card releases these coins over here. So that would give me 2 coins and put that back into my account. And more details on what we use the coins for are coming. I know Obi really wants to bring that forward. All right, next we're gonna go check out mixing, which is a very important part of the challenge that we just released today, the stress test challenge. But I'm gonna just show you a recipe that's not going to work. So I'm just long holding these cards and then clicking send to mixer. We call those recipes. So this is not going to work because this is not a real recipe. But if I were to put these 3 cards in the mixer, think of it like a DJ putting together 2 records on the DJ mixing table and mashing it up and creating something new. So this is exactly what we do. When it doesn't work, that's what it does. When it does work, it will spit you out a brand new card. I don't know if you noticed, I have one in my collection right now. When we look at the newest, it's a nice deluxe card. So definitely recommend checking out the mixing table. As we go over to Discord in a little bit, I'll show you where you can see some of the active recipes that are currently available. Thank you to Last Raven, who is maintaining that for us. Next thing I want to show you is called massing. Do I have any duplicates here that I want to mass right away? But basically with massing, you can take 2 or more of the same card. I think I have to look at my oldest stuff because I have more of that. All right, let's use Obi as an example. How do I get the other one to the mixer? I guess I have to click into it. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna go to the mixing table and I'm gonna remove these things here. I won't do it, but if I were to click on mix right now, what it would do, it would mash these 2 cards together, but because they're the same, it would actually just combine the coin totals and it would keep the lower serial. So it would keep number 44, but it would be 20 coin number 44. Cool. There's lots of other things you can do in the mixer. A lot of things we've done that help us upgrade some of our old cards. I'm not going to go through it all right now. I think those are kind of the big highlights if you're new of things that you might want to know. Next up, I'm going to show you walkie-talkie and no, just kidding. I want to show you DJ. I have to add that to my list right now because I keep forgetting. All right. The DJ card I put in my hand too. Here it is. So it's a little different than DJ Mixer. But I'm gonna actually pop out, whoops, the lighter, and I'm gonna replace it with the secret handshake. All right, so we're gonna show you first DJ card, what that does. So that unlocked this music tab. And what this does in like one nice place, it shows you all of your collectibles with music, and it gives you kind of some more information, the genre, the tempo, the key, how long it is. And it's really easy to add stuff to your playlist. You know me, I gotta love my techno stuff. I love that it's like my oldest stuff is probably my favorite type of electronic music. It's what got me hooked. What can I say? All right. The one last card I want to show you. All right, is Plur, and then I didn't put this one in my hand because I don't think you need it in your hand. But if you collect this card or you mix, this is another card that you can actually mix on the mixer. You would mix 4 cards: peace, love, unity, and respect. And what this allows you to do is to have unlimited gifting on Rcrdshp. Right now, if you don't have this Plur card, you can gift 1 gift per day. If you have Plur, you can gift unlimited per day. Plur, if you are new to electronic music, stands for peace, love, unity, respect. I think that's it for gifting. All right. Next 2 things I'm going to show you. First one is called Walkie Talkie. I think I need to unshare my screen. Just give me a moment. And gotta reconnect. Because I'm going to share now my entire screen instead of there. Because I'm going to flip back and forth. So I have Walkie Talkie equipped. If you have Walkie Talkie in your hand, or if you burn it to your profile, another way to equip all of these cards is to burn it to your profile using the lighter to burn it. So equipping Walkie Talkie actually enables something outside of the Rcrdshp platform and in our Discord. So you also have to have your Discord connected in your social accounts. But let's go take a look. Okay. Let me first say, if you are new to Discord, it can be very overwhelming. I apologize. I'll take you kind of through the whole thing in a moment. The first one I want to show you is this channel called Get It Real Time. And it's kind of just going through and it's literally listing every single sale that is happening in the marketplace. It's showing you all of that, every single one. You will notice, so you can see who is selling, who's buying, but there's some that say, ooh, mystery buyer, masked individual. The reason for that is if you use the secret handshake card when you're making a purchase. Let me show you how to use that. So if you equip secret handshake and then you go into the marketplace, let's say I'm going to buy this. So I would go over to the release edition. I would pick the card that I want. Actually, there's a much simpler way to do that instead of clicking twice. So if I just come in here and click on the actual serial that I want. All right, y'all know me. I like the low serials, but also y'all know me. I'm cheap. So I would probably go for something like this. Personally. Domenico. Ooh, we're going to meet him tomorrow on Twitter Spaces. So I hope y'all join us there. You'll notice this little handshake icon appears. Now, we didn't see that before when we were looking at this part, at these collectibles. That's because I have the secret handshake in. I'll hold it down. I'm not going to go through the whole way because I don't actually want to buy this card. All right. So you see there was like a handshake happening. There was stuff going on. There was some sound that was playing that I realized I don't think you could hear. But basically, this is a way that you hide your name in Discord on here. That's how these users are, that's how these players are hiding their names, masked individual. All right, so let's now start from the top. If you are new to Discord, welcome. Think of it like a forum, a chat room. I do see more channels than you see because I'm an administrator on our server. So if you literally start here where it says start here, we've got announcements. We've got resources. We've got lots of stuff here just to get you started. You don't even have to go any further than this, and this will get you all the info you need. I'll come back to resources because there's a lot of good stuff here that I actually want to talk about. What is Rcrdshp? You know, I list here when we're doing these videos live and when you can come on and ask questions. So you can see here today we're doing it at 4 p.m. my time. Hopefully that shows in your time zone. Verify notifications. This makes sure you get the notifications that you want. So it's really important that you do that. If you're not seeing any other channels, you do have to come in and click on this little Rcrdshp icon, okay? Next up, you can come and talk directly to staff. We've got a support channel, questions for staff, which is sort of different than support. But basically in our general chat, when we get there, you'll see it can be pretty busy. So if you want to ping one of us directly without us losing it, I do recommend questions for staff. And then suggestions. We love to hear what you come up with. Post your ideas in here. We love to hear it. See? All right. Next up, the general chat. So lots of stuff always going on in here. Super fun. Definitely come and check out our community. You can see our mods here. They are some of the best mods in the world, in my opinion. Finn, Greyhound, Last Raven, Phileas, and the Reach. Thank you all so, so much. We love having you on our team. You can see our team members here as well. And you'll actually start to notice some of these names in yellow. They are artists. So actually, I'm trying to think if we looked at anybody's cards here. I don't think we did, but all of these artists are on the platform as well. So it's super cool. You can actually connect with artists. Like I can see Sarah is online right now. She loves to come in and chat. Next up, I want to show you, we've got some Discord events that we do here. Those are the channels that are unlocked using cards. And then we have other chat rooms too, so you can come in and chat there. But general's a really good place to start, especially if you are new to Discord and you just want to get used to it. All right. I'm going to head back over to resources. Okay, we have some server ground rules, basic. Y'all, I think, get that. Official resources. So I want to talk about those. Make sure that you start following us in all the places. So obviously our website, we've got a blog at blog.rcrdshp.com. We have got, I'm just going to bring the list over to here. Twitter, come check us out on Twitter. We're at Rcrdshp. If you are here on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button here. I don't know. Hit that follow button so that you can stay up to date. You'll get notified when we come on. We love also chatting with artists on here. So please, please, please get connected there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all of our channels. We love seeing y'all on there. I started on TikTok as well. I was sick the last few weeks, so you'll notice it was quiet there, but I need to get back into that because it's so fun. You'll also see a link there to our support to create a support ticket, and we're also building up our knowledge base currently, so check that out there. The next section I want to show you, and I know it's really small here on Twitch, so I apologize. Ooh, maybe I can make it a little bigger. There. So we've got some resources from the community. Again, some of our amazing community members. Kid Smooth created a one-pager overview. Hey, that's me. That's my name. I actually, I credit this Excel or Google spreadsheet to me getting a job here. I created this spreadsheet way back in August 2021 when Rcrdshp just started and they didn't have the analytics page yet. I created a Google Sheet to track literally every single day. Me and a couple others in the community would go through and update prices so that you knew, you could kind of see quickly at a glance what was going on and how expensive things were that day. Eventually they build the analytics page, so it's maybe not as necessary anymore. But if you are a Google Sheets nerd, you can actually take this data and use it in your own spreadsheets. So there's a walkthrough video there as well if you want to know how to do that. Huge shout out to AMP NFT, which includes Finn the Cat, Gumby, and Ranger. Check them out on Twitter and on Spotify. They do podcasts and they really focus on the NFT space in general, but a lot on Rcrdshp and also on Top Shot, I think is their other like main area that they focus on. And I know Gumby just moved over to NFL All Day, so they might be focusing on that a bit too. But they just kind of like to talk anything NFT. They're really fun to have on and chat. The next unofficial resource is the ogaf.club. I'm going to actually click on that link and we're going to go take a peek at it in a moment. So I'll leave that there. Next up, the Rcrdshp has done a blog for us, so you can check out his posts there on Medium. And finally, Last Raven is keeping track of all known and available mixing recipes. So he's got a reference Google Doc right there as well. If there's something that you want to create for the community that helps you track your collection or helps you keep on top of things, share it with us. We would love to put you up there as well. We truly do have the best community. So I really just recommend hopping into general and saying hello. We'll welcome you and answer any of your questions there. All right. The last few things we're going to do today is we're going to actually go over to ogaf.club. You might be wondering, WTF is OGAF? That was a lot of acronyms. What the fuck is OGAF? OGAF stands for Original Gangsta as Fuck, and basically is a badge of honor that some of us in the community wear to say we love Rcrdshp. We really support what is going on here. It's a set, so you collect all 7 of these cards, and once you've done that, you'll get a badge in Discord, and it actually gives you access to a private room that has our CEO Obi, who's very, very active in there. So excuse me. Just a fun way to stay connected and to say, I love what is going on here at Rcrdshp. So that's what this website was sort of built for. This is built by Marco, so it's an unofficial resource, but so the website is called ogaf.club, but basically it just has sort of any data that you want on any collectible sales wise. So this is sort of more for your advanced flippers, I would say. So like if I come look at this very Corsten, it breaks down the history of like what have prices been at. You can follow collectibles, I think. You can see what's been burned. Really cool website. Definitely just recommend taking some time to browse through it if that's something that you want to learn more about. All right, I think that's taking me to the end of my list of things that I want to look through and talk through. If you do have any more questions, kind of post now. It's your chance to ask me live. Otherwise, you're going to have to come to Discord and try and tag somebody in there. So open to questions for another minute or so. Again, like I said at the top of this, I am really open to suggestions. If you think there's anything that I can include in this video or anything that you were like, whoa, that was so overwhelming, that was too much info. Agreed that there's sometimes a lot going on. Oh, I remember what else I wanted to show you. It's one more official resource. I briefly mentioned it, but the blog, lots of good information in there. Oh, I guess now I can see. Sorry, I was just added as an editor, so now I see a little bit differently. But yeah, you can come in and read up on what's been going on. We were posting all of our drop info sheets in here, so you could come and read exactly what's in, for example, the Dapper Starter Pack. So if I scroll down, so it gives you a little bit of history. Then it gives you very, very specific pack details. So I can see here exactly what's in the pack. And I can kind of estimate what my chances are of getting certain cards due to how many were minted. Von Freezy. Excuse me, let me just get a drink of water and I'll answer your question. Von Freezy is asking the purpose of masking a card and what that could be. Will there be utility with the coins? Yes, Obi is planning on a lot of utility with coins. I know it's sort of taken a bit of back burner with the work that we were doing with drops. To be completely frank, when we were doing what we would call the hero drops or the big drops, for example, basically any of these ones that you see here, It's really time consuming on our team, on pretty much everyone on the team, which sort of meant some of these other features took a back burner seat. I do recommend reading this article. It was a series of 4, Stop What's That Sound. So Obi talks through some of his thought process behind coins and utility. And he's introducing sound, which is a token that is going to play a big part in Rcrdshp and minting in the future. With basically the thought that when we're comparing, we keep comparing these two vinyls to, the pressed records. There is a hard cost to pressing a record. It's not free for an artist. And there is something about it not being free that does mean that you have to be choosy and make sure that the stuff that you're printing is important enough to you, that you've put in enough work, that it's worth you to invest your cost in and worth it for you to try and make the effort to sell it. So sound is going to be that similar, tangible cost. And it's really described well here. You can see here, it's a 16-minute read. I'm not going to do a better job at explaining it in the next 2-3 minutes. So coins do play into sound. Coins are sort of the user facing or the player facing version of that. And we are actively looking for ways for coins to be used on the site. I do believe in his latest article, Comprehensive Guide to Artifacts, I think he touches on some ways that coins may be used in the future. So there's just a couple things you can read to get caught up on that. And then the purpose of massing, right? That was the first part of your question. So massing, as you will start to understand better as you're reading a little bit more about these, we are going to be able to use that showcase section of our profile to, to stake basically, and to say, hey, I absolutely love, for example, the Disco Fries, and I want to support them and I want them to release more music. So I'm going to stake their cards in my showcase. And the higher the coin value, the more my staking is going to be worth. And that all plays into this big tokenization thing that I don't fully understand quite yet. But I'm really excited to see how that's going to play out. So I hope that gave you a little bit of more explanation there. All right, let me take that off. I'm gonna, again, leave it open for a few more minutes, but while we're waiting to see if anybody else has any other questions, I'm gonna go see who we can raid. Who's playing some music? Maybe someone nude. You know me, I also absolutely love to raid women artists. Okay, great. Von Freezy, I'm glad that was helpful. Just looking to see what do we want to listen to today. I can see a lot of trance playing on now. Anybody got anything you want to listen to? Oh, Christina's playing techno. Y'all know I love that. I did say it earlier. All right. Techno it is. I am down for it. I'm just going to make sure she's actually playing and it's not a... Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Thanks everyone so much. Again, hit me up on Discord if you want to learn more. I have absolutely loved chatting with you all today. I hope you've learned lots. Please hit us up in Discord if you want to chat with anyone and get your questions answered directly. We will see you next time. Enjoy the raid.